Aston Villa in a little bit of trouble at the moment, Dino, and a lot of that responsibility, of course, is going to be shouldered by the manager. 3 wins from their last 15 Premier League games, going back, stretching across last season. And the only 3 teams that they've beaten is Norwich, who have now been relegated, Burnley also now been relegated, and Everton. Now, Steven Gerrard's win percentage at Villa stands at 38.1% at the moment. And next up, they've got to travel to the Emirates and play Arsenal, who are unbeaten. In fact, they're 100% record in their opening 4 matches. And then they got to play City at the weekend, Manchester City. So it doesn't get any easier for them. What's your analysis of the situation at the moment?
Well, my first thought is 4 games in. You know, I know his record from last season's coming into it, but it shouldn't. He's trying to sort the club out. That's why he got a job in the first place. They're not exactly shopping in Marks and Spencer's, are they? You know, the players they're buying, they're not actually doing the same as what Arsenal are buying Jesus for 50 million. So I think he spent 48 million in the summer. And if, this is how daft it is, if Villa beat Arsenal and Liverpool lose at Newcastle, Aston Villa go above Liverpool. But it's like 4 games in and he's getting hounded out. He's a young manager. They've had a bad start, but only half the league can have a good start. The other half get beat early on. You know that next season it's going to be in the same situation. 4 games in, there's teams who haven't got a point, like West Ham. They managed to get the win. They're now on the right road. I think we should give him a bit of time. I mean, he's lost his centre half that he signed. He made it. I understand what he's done. He's pulled Tyrone Mings in and told him he's not going to be playing. He's just signed a new centre half. He gets injured. Now Tyrone Mings all of a sudden's got a headache, and he's scratching around again for confidence and his right team. But I wouldn't panic yet. I think Steven Gerrard is destined for big things, and if you get rid of him, who are you going to get in that's better than him? At the moment, he's not spending like the top 6 are spending. 2 wins, and Aston Villa will be where they should be.
Ali?
I agree totally. And never mind yawning when you come to me, okay?
Sorry, that was the worst timing.
Never mind yawning. And I saw it. I've got to say, Dino, I saw it. It was embarrassing.
Ali, I've got to ask you this, right? Yeah. Do you think Laura's gone big time?
Stop it.
An element. I never
she's
thought
yawning
she would.
When she's coming to you.
Yeah.
I can't, she was eating a donut the other day when she came to me.
Dino, I don't mind the yawn. Sometimes there's nothing you can do with them. But it was a stretch of the arms at the same time, simultaneous stretch of the arms that kind of destroyed me a little bit mentally.
As if to say, Ali, have you got any more fishing stories?
Ali,
you know what I mean?
Ali, I'm going to come to you. I've got no real interest in what you're going to say.
Real?
However,
get it?
Yes.
Ali, am I wrong about Steven Gerrard?
No, listen, 4 games gone, Dino. That's what I said earlier on. With a Villa fan on, lovely lad Dominic was on, and I felt for him. He sounded so depressed. Well, obviously with his
really
team.
Did.
I know I've never heard a more depressed man on a bank holiday in my life, but the fact of the matter is, it's 4 games gone, and you touched on it. See if they'd beaten West Ham, and by all accounts, I watched the highlights, nothing in the game. They've got a goal disallowed, the ball goes out, and then they lose a deflected goal. If they beat West Ham, they're sitting 7th. So it's the season's just started, guys. You know, and I get it, and I will always defend the right of the supporters to voice their opinion, absolutely. But I just sometimes think a little bit of common sense. Let's just take a step back. 4 games gone. Come on, everybody, calm down.
If it's 10 games gone and they're in the same position as they're in now, I would say, change my opinion. But right now, I know the fans are frustrated, but you've got to give him a chance. He's lost his main centre back that he's signed, and when you go through their team. I'm looking at the team. I think, how many of them would get in Arsenal's team?
Yeah,
not many.
That's true. As it stands at the moment, when Coutinho was playing well, obviously you'd say Coutinho, but not necessarily had the best start either. But I would just say Ollie Watkins, I think, is a brilliant player. And at the beginning, I think dropping Tyrone Mings and dropping Ollie Watkins for that opening game upset a few of their fans. I think if the results had have come, it might have been a bit better for them. We had someone earlier on saying that he feels like the tactics and the changes, the substitutions are too predictable. What does Steven Gerrard, is it as simple as trying to just win a game and you feel like the fans get back inside? Because there are certain sections that are not having him at the moment, Dino.
Well, I mean, it's the same when you're managing any team. You know, there's a list that comes out when you lose 3 games. There's a list that comes out. He's lost the dressing room.
Yeah.
Tactically naive.
Yes.
The bus. The players don't like the bus. The players don't like the hotel. The players don't like the food. There's a list of things that come out one after another, and all of a sudden, within 3 games, you're tactically clueless. You haven't got a clue what you're doing. So I think all of us. David Moyes played a back 5 yesterday. Got criticised because they were terrible first half. He changed the system, and because they won with a lucky deflected goal, when you read the narrative after the game, it's David Moyes showed how good a manager he was. He made a mistake with his system and changed it in the second half. It changes from clueless to that deflected goal makes him a brilliant manager for changing it. So you have to take it, though. You're getting paid well as a manager, so you have to take the stick. And Aston Villa's a big club, and they expect to win things.
Yeah, exactly. Next game against Arsenal, you can listen to it on talkSPORT. It's Wednesday night, kick-off around the grounds with Adrian Durham. Will have you covered. talkSPORT 2, then we're going to move to talkSPORT from 7 o'clock. Aston Villa heading to the Emirates. That's their next game. And at the weekend, they play Manchester City. So a tough couple of games coming up for them. Villa fans, 03717 223344. We want to hear from you. Do you agree with Dino? Do you want to disagree with him? In fact, we'll let Dino answer the phone. He can answer the phone lines. He can take your calls and he can take your arguments as well. Me and Ali will put our feet up and have some donuts.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.